First of all, thank you for your time to speak for Newsmax Balkans. So XU Aviation announced that Macedonia is the fastest growing market in the former Yugoslavia, meaning the airport in capital in Skopje is the fastest growing in the region. What do you mean is the main reason behind this?
First of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And I always appreciate such questions and to speak about more and more about the development and the reasons behind the traffic development in Skopje Airport. So I'm pleased to be part of this interview today. What's the reason of the growth and being actually one of the first airports in the region of reaching this growth according to Airport Council International? Let me give you the details briefly. So in the first 5 months we have reached a 31% growth if we compare it with 2025. If we look at the 2026 first 6 months, we are still at 28% increase. This is a tremendous increase. And the reason behind this increase is, of course, our communication and coordination, partnership with Vizz Air. That's one of the important part. Second part is our constant marketing activities that we are doing as TAV airports, and as our mother company in Istanbul is supporting the marketing activities as well. We are present at most of the events, at routes, developments and so on. So in the recent period of time, Macedonia has been placed on the map, let me call it like that. And the tourism activities have increased. The awareness of tourists have increased. So in more and more people started to travel, especially throughout the area of the Balkans, where we are in the center of it. And Macedonia also plays a very important role, especially when we look at Skopje. It's a very good connecting point. You can drive, you can reach, and you can also move to other cities from here very, very easily. So when you look at that, the main reasons of our increase right now is definitely the marketing activities, the country itself, and one of the other, of course, reasons are the support of the government activities and our incentive schemes that we are sharing with the airlines as well, which are benefiting from the prices that we are able to negotiate with each other. These are one of the main reasons.
Which new line had the biggest impact and which are in the highest demand from the passengers?
I think every line is demanded by passengers. When the traveler doesn't travel, he will not know whether he will like the destination or not. So every traveler should take the first step, travel to the destination that they haven't been, and then they will discover either they like it or they don't like it. And when they like it, they would like to go there again. So the first step must be done. So as an airport operator, for us it's important to encourage people to fly more. If they fly more, more destinations will evolve from it. That means the airline will be encouraged to introduce more. If the potential passenger flies less, that means there is no potential in that particular line. But if you look in the destinations that we have offered until now, when we look back in 2025, we have offered 15 new destinations from Skopje Airport. 14 from Skopje, 1 from Ohrid, which is a tremendous number. From 2026, we have introduced 10 new destinations, and 6 of them are in Skopje, 4 of them are in Ohrid. And we just recently announced the flights to Palermo and Alghero. So Italy, Sicily, beautiful locations. 15th and 18th of July, the flights have started. So these locations are definitely summer locations. People will benefit from these locations, but again, there is no particular destination where we say, okay, this is the most important one, but passengers makes it important. And I hope in the upcoming period, especially for these destinations, that will be evolving with the 7th based aircraft that we have announced today. there will be more opportunities, more increase of frequencies of already available destinations that we have, and of course there will be new destinations to be announced. I am looking forward.
So will be new destination before the end of the year?
At this moment, I couldn't name any specific, but I'm 100% sure that we will be able to negotiate and pull some of it out. We already have been had a discussion earlier today with the airline representative who has been here today visiting us. So there are some negotiations about some destinations, but I don't want to disclose them now and make people too excited. But they will be excited once they know it. So at this moment, we are working towards that possibilities. With the 7th based aircraft, there is big potential for more destinations. We are evaluating most of them. It's important for us to focus a little bit more on the Middle East now, even though the Middle East area is not the most easiest right now because of the ongoing unfortunate conflict that is happening in the Gulf. But we are hoping that this will come to an end, and we will be able to reach out for that area again. So we have been missing the Middle Eastern routes for some time now, and this is one of our major targets. Besides that, there are of course some cities that in Europe that we are looking forward to have. Also Scandinavian locations are very important for us. And maybe we can also create a poll and ask the passengers, where would you like to fly? And maybe they have some good ideas. We should see what they would like to do. So in general, we are open for it, and we are very optimistic towards new destinations.
That is very nice to hear. So facing the nowadays, it's a really difficult times. Giving everything that is happening globally and worldwide, geopolitical events, fuel prices, the situation of global aviation markets. So I know it's hard to predict, but what all these times means for TAV Macedonia, is there any consequences? How are right now, how is it the situation of the market?
At this moment, I mean, let's go back to the first explanation that I made. So 28% increase first 6 months compared to 2025 full year, 3.5 million passengers, and now 1 year after, 6 months passed, and we are already above 2 million passengers. So there's a genuine trust in the market, in the location, in the country, in the city, and I believe we are accumulating on this trust. There is a geopolitical shift happening in the world, and we are in the center of it. I'm talking about positive shift. So there is no negative impact, but there is genuinely a very positive impact, especially from our perspective. People get more aware. Travelers' perspectives change. Travelers' needs to discover location change. So we are very positive, and we can only expect more growth to happen in the near future.
Can these situations change things, maybe about the prices? That's what passengers are expecting more to hear, I think.
With the 7th based aircraft, right now, we can assume if these frequencies will increase, that the prices could maybe leverage a little bit lower. There is a high possibility for that as well.
So can we still say that this year we will see high record-breaking numbers?
Oh, you are already seeing them. And we were actually expecting much less. You know, when we do the forecast for the traffic 1 year, end of the year before, we are usually doing a pessimistic to optimistic forecast. So the numbers that we are seeing today is almost like the numbers that we were anticipating next year. So we were doing already that earlier on. And yes, we are expecting to continue with this trend of growth. It is a very healthy growth. It is a good growth. And we believe you will hear the name Skopje International Airport many more in media about how big of passenger growth we are achieving.
You talk about the support of the government. This government has a new subvention model. Now it's paying by passenger by arriving. How this affected of the numbers? Do we see more foraging visitors?
Yes, so with the government's approach and financial support towards the airlines, changing that model a little bit, it has made a major impact. And during this period of having done this, we were also in communication with the government as well. They are very open for this type of changes. So we believe it has been jointly achieved to come to the point where the attraction, where airlines are being more attracted. But the aggressive positioning of the Ministry of Transport, especially by the financial support that they are providing, has definitely made a great impact, and we are very grateful for that as well. But not only because of the financial support of the government, but also we as the airport operator, we have our own incentive schemes. So there are special incentives that we are providing for the airlines that they can benefit from. Let it be increased commitment of a number of passengers, let me say additional added frequency to the same destination that they already fly, or a certain threshold that they may reach during a provided given time will provide them with the possibility of benefiting from incentives that we are laid out there. So with both the government's financial support and the airports provided incentive schemes, we have provided an environment that is economically comfortable, economically feasible for the airlines, for them to start and consider to do more destinations or to fly from our airports here.
Yeah. Recently you promoted a new hand luggage scanner. What does this mean for the passengers? Less time waiting on the airport?
You know, as someone who is working in the airport, within the airport system for 27 years, not necessarily always as an executive, but someone rather from the bottom to the top, when you see that X-ray that has been planted and put 1 month ago, I'm getting excited. So only a person who is part of this system for so long can get excited, because I know what it means. And what it means is this. These new devices, computerized tomography devices, these enables passengers not to take out their liquids anymore, not to take out their laptops from their bags anymore, and to be more comfortable. Not to have that anxiety anymore, because passengers usually they get irritated when they come to security. I don't know why, but it's psychology. So we are still trying to understand that. But what we are trying to do as an airport operator, we are trying to provide more comfort for them, with an attitude, with a good positive attitude that our security personnel should carry on their faces and their interactions with the passengers itself. So these devices are state of the art, and I believe within this region in Balkans we are the first who have implemented that so far. We have invested €1 million for these both devices. When you travel to Vienna airport or to some airports in Germany, you will see these devices. These devices will not only provide comfort for the passengers in terms of processing to it, but it also provides faster processing. We are gaining time, we are gaining on space, and it's very convenient. So we are very glad that we have them, and in the future period of time, we are planning to add more.
So the Ohrid airport is also growing, which is actually great news because Ohrid is very important for the state as the main tourist center. Right now is happening modernization of the building there. Minister of Transport says it will be done by the end of the summer. So what will passenger get with these modernizations?
We have investing €2.7 million in the capacity enhancement of Ohrid St. Pauli Apostle Airport. What does that mean? It means with the current available terminal building, we have enhanced the capacity by moving most of the administration offices outside, police, custom offices outside, creating a new space for them under an administration building. so that the passengers will have more space. So by doing this investment, we gain approximately 30 to 40% more space. It's more convenient, new technology, new devices, new ambience. The facade will change. It will be new. It will look like a luxury shop that you enter and you want to buy something. It will look very sweet. It will look like some place that you would like to enter, not because you're a passenger, but just because out of your curiosity. So we are planning to have a grand opening during September.
Okay.
I am not 100% clear about the specific date because we would like to make the opening together with the government. And besides that, I believe it will provide a lot of space, a lot of comfort for our staff, first of all, in terms of new office spaces. But it mostly provide new space for the passengers because at this moment we are handling, at some extreme cases, 3 to 4 flights within 1 hour for Ohrid airport in terms of capacity. This is quite high, and this airport will support this progress a little bit more. It will look very nice.
So when we are speaking about Ohrid airport, do you maybe think about more lines during the winter? So in that way we'll be having a longer tourist season.
We are planning that. We are looking forward to it. It's our #1 goal to stretch that summer season a little bit longer. But of course, it's also depending on the willingness of the airlines to sustain that. And the demand of the passenger makes things happen. So as you already know, we have Turkish Airlines flying 4 times a week from there already. We have Katowice, Wrocław. We have Austrian Airlines flying from Ohrid. Recently we have announced that as well, which was a tremendous opening for us. And we have also Vizz Air flying to Milano. In order to stretch the season, it doesn't only depend on us. It depends on the region itself. It depends on the investment in hotels. It depends on many other factors. Ohrid itself, considering the pearl of the Balkans, a beautiful touristic destination with a very beautiful lake, 700 meters above sea level, every opportunity possibility for health tourism, every possibility for hiking tourism. There are so many options. I have lived in Ohrid 1.5 years, so it's definitely a place where opportunity is a possibility. And further investment in that area, especially with the road connection finishing, I think will be enabled. And with that together, we will also be able to increase the traffic more in the next period of time. As a matter of fact, we were talking about basing an aircraft in Ohrid with Vizz Air, which at this moment is not possible, but in the next future, we will definitely consider basing an aircraft from Vizz Air there, which will increase destinations from Ohrid as well.
This year had another challenge, that's the new EES system from European Union.
True.
So right now is summer, is bigger frequency on the airports. How are you dealing with this?
You know, the system has been postponed several times by the European Commission. The specific field under the Commission responsible for the transport. And this is majorly because there is a strong lobby with airports, which is also led under Airports Council International, which are evaluating the situation of how it can be handled, are the countries ready, and so on. So we essentially are not in the European Union yet, so it doesn't have an impact on us. In terms of preparation, yes, especially the authorities are already following up on this, but it is not imposed yet. So once it will come, we will definitely align with all of the requirements. We are being updated. And but me personally I think this will be still postponed for a longer period of time until there has been an agreed momentum with the authorities, with the European Union, with the borders, etc. Because this is not something very easy to apply. If it will be applied, then all the necessary documentations that needs to be filled up by passengers and so on will be all made ready, and people will be made aware through our channels of communication. Yes.
And for the end, what are your personal ambitions for both Skopje and Ohrid airports?
Oh. My personal, as a person sitting on this chair representing the airports as a general manager, there is no personal ambition. There is only the ambition as a general manager. And as a general manager, my ambition towards here is definitely to increase our presence here, to continue developing the infrastructure of the airports, and to stretch our presence beyond the concession period that is laying in front of us. But mostly, it is very important for me personally to having been given the opportunity through the concession by a country to represent the airports for them in the eye of the traveler. Meaning we have been given the opportunity to welcome the passengers, to greet the passengers, and to increase that reputation, to guard that reputation. And in the end of the day, to put a smile on the passenger's face, to be able to talk about us as the airport operator. For us, our number one topic is really to manage this airport with the highest quality, with the highest standard, and to make sure that people have a good experience here, because we do not sell no product, we don't sell nothing produced, we are selling a service, we are selling an experience. And our motto as an airport operator operating 15 airports in 8 countries is to sell and to make the best experience possible for the passengers who are traveling to our airports.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me, it was a pleasure.